So Final Fantasy 15 is getting its latest ATR tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited for it. I know you guys are pretty excited for it too. I don't want to waste any more time talking about things we already know. I want to get into some of the things that I hope to see in this ATR tomorrow. We know the backdrop for this story, but that's about it for this game. And what I mean is, we all know about the crystal, the very last crystal, and how Noctis and his family or whatever are the ones who hold it, and now there are wars and whatnot. Niflheim is trying to conquer all these other countries. They've already successfully done it quite a bit, honestly, and now they're going after this crystal. Something along those lines of that, and Luna ties into the story somehow, with her being betrothed to Noctis, and I think Noctis and company are trying to get to Luna. You guys get what I'm saying. We sort of know the whole theme slash backdrop of this story, but what I'm really interested in figuring out is where the story goes from there, like the exact direction, because this story could go in a sort of like One Piece-esque direction. What I mean by that is, like, you guys remember, I don't know if you guys even watch One Piece, but there's a scene where they're rescuing Nico, Robin, or whatever, and Luffy's like, "Hey Usopp, you see that flag?" "Yeah." Luffy tells him, "Burn it down," or something like that, and Usopp just straight up burns the flag of the world government, and that pretty much just sends a message to the entire world that the Straw Hat Pirates, they don't really care about what you're gonna do, what you're gonna tell us. We're gonna go off and do whatever we want to do. And so, it gets me thinking, like, is this story going to be, because we know that Noctis and company are on a road trip, they're going to go travel. It makes me think, like, are we going to be hitting up different government strongholds within this game? We saw some gameplay of us doing some Metal Gear Solid-esque type of sneaking and stealth into some Niflheim bases or whatever. So I know those are some side missions you can do, but are there going to be like key plot points where we're specifically going out of our way to like maybe collect intel or to prove a point, send a message, go do something? Like, are we legitimately like sort of like, I don't know, raising hell, being like a miniature rebel group going out of our way to sort of like cause a ruckus within the Niflheim Empire or against the Niflheim Empire? Or are we going to be more of just on the run against time, trying to get to our destination while being chased by soldiers and whatnot, and having conflict with them every now and then as the story progresses? Pretty much what I'm wanting, what it comes down to, is at the end of the day, I'm hoping to get like 5 minutes of some sort of cutscene that explains the story a little bit more, like fleshes out some of the characters. Like, as much as I love to hear freaking Batman
Wouldn't worry. We're as good as dead without the car anyway.
whisper sweet nothings in my ear, we have a good understanding about Noctis and company and their group and what they're doing, or we have a decent understanding enough to know where they're coming from. But I'd like to get, you know, maybe give like Luna a cutscene or something. Give some exposition on one of the higher ups in the Niflheim army. Like, what are they going to be doing? What is their exact goal? Like, we know what they're going after, but like their sort of thought process and how they're doing it. Is there some sort of like main overarching villain in this story that has some sort of overarching plan that he's going to be enacting later on down the road that's going to be posing a threat for Noctis and whatnot? The next point, it talks about Luna and exactly what her purpose in the story is. Now, if you guys don't remember, Luna wasn't always in the game. There was another feline by the name of Stella who was in the game before this Luna figure. Now, the thing about Luna, though, is the more I see of her and the more we hear of her, the more it seems like she is literally just Stella with a different name. They're both betrothed to Noxus, and in one of the gameplay videos, it looks like Luna was also wearing some sort of a dragoon armor, coming down and being some sort of foe to Noctis, just like Stella was in the previous iteration, or I don't know, not iteration, I guess it is iteration, the previous Final Fantasy Versus 13, we'll just call it that. So I want to know exactly what the whole mentality was of replacing or reskinning Stella was. What I think honestly would happen was whenever there was a whole rebranding process and the whole rewriting process of skipping to next gen, I feel like when they were rewriting the story or reworking it or whatever, they threw Luna into the story, but they kept Stella. And I think what ended up happening was to do that, they split Stella into two different characters. So they had Luna being the character that was betrothed to Noxus, and Stella being the foe to him. But I feel like as time went on, there was less of a reason to really keep Stella around. I feel like Luna's presence became more and more important in terms of the whole her being betrothed to Nox's side of the story, but at the same time Stella was still just relevant enough to be like important to the story, but not important enough to merit an entire character. So I feel like they were already rocking with the whole Luna thing and just ended up turning her into their own character and gave her Stella's roles as well. But at the same time, that's me just saying stuff. I have no idea as to what her full role in the story is going to be, and that sort of is like why I'm saying, give us some more cutscenes on some of these other characters so we can know what their motivations are and fleshes them out a little bit more. I'd like to get to really know Luna as a character a little bit better, and I know that Kingsglaive isn't that supposed to flesh her, isn't she supposed to have some sort of like really prominent role in Kingsglaive? I hope that she doesn't suffer in the actual game as a character simply to give her more of a spotlight in Kingsglaive. I really hope that doesn't happen. I hope we really get the full story of Final Fantasy 15 within Final Fantasy 15, but then Kingsglaive is sort of something just on the side that's completely additional and just like extra information to have. But we will see. Like I said, these are just some of the things that I'm really wanting to see within this whole ATR tomorrow. I'm excited for it, and I bet you guys are too. So let me know down in the comment section what exactly is the most thing the thing you are looking forward to the most. I don't guarantee that tomorrow I'm going to do some sort of reaction or like recap of all the things that they announced and whatnot during the ATR, but I will be having a video up probably later today talking about some of the things that I want to see just in E3 in general, and some of the things I really don't want to see. But either way, I'm done rambling. It's your boy Shredded Foreskin, and I am out.
X gon' give it to you. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your